know, bro. Let them know how the last 48 hours is doing.
Record days, man. Record days, nigga.
Yes, sir. So, we here.
I'm not even allowed to say that.
What? Yeah, of course. So can I could say the word.
Nah, chill out.
Ah, got ass.
Well, what can I not say?
N-word. No, I mean, it's not like you can't say it. It's rude. I can't.
That's the first time you ever heard
No, chill, bro. These guys are trying to fucking ruin. They're trying to ruin my reputation, bro. Well, Sid is waiting to give an update. Talk to my vlog, man.
Welcome to the vlog. We're currently in, as you can see, Medellin. Yeah, beautiful city as you can see. We have. What do you mean? What do you mean? Stop being a fucking narrator. Alright, man's in Medellin right now. The women have big bundas everywhere. Okay, I'll redo it. Man's in Medellin right now. This place is crazy. What are you saying?
Nah, it's fucking nuts. This,
Nah,
you're not gonna show no view.
Alright, sorry.
You're never gonna see a view like this anywhere.
The city's got vibes to it. I like it. This is probably one of the best cities I've ever gone to in my life, as you can see. Because a couple of reasons. Number one, the food,
culture.
the culture. If you know what I
love
mean.
the culture.
The culture is really good. They have good. Very good.
More culture.
Just bare culture. Oh my god, there's a red light in that thing. There's a red light. You see that? You see that red light? You know exactly what that means.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is episode 3 of Building a Brand. It is just me today in the crib. Just a lonely night grinding. But yeah, we got some shit to talk about today, so let's get into it. So I'm gonna just dive straight into it. Let's go on my true profit. Let's check the dashboard out. See, so episode 2 was our first settle, right? It's been 2 weeks since then, right? Hopefully this doesn't bait out too much of like how long it takes you to fucking upload these videos. But so if that was 2 weeks ago, let's just do the last 7 days, right? I'll show you the last 7 days. This is from June 5th to June 11th. Set a fresh bunch of ads. We have found a semi-winner of an ad. A semi-winner. It does well for us. It has a 1.5 ROAS, right? And that's the average of the last 2 weeks. So we've made an iteration of that as well. The iteration was just sending it to a different landing page that's more specific to the ad. And so I'll probably put a screenshot because I'm not sure if I just show you like that if it will show, but our revenue we've made in the last 7 days is $3,991. The total ad spend of that was $3,300, but including the COGS, so basically the price of the product itself, and all basically costs included, it came up to 4.5k. So we are in a net negative of minus $520 in the last 7 days, right? Now that doesn't sound great, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm gassed at that. The reason I'm gassed at that is because it's just sort of like showing that we're getting sales. Like, bro, we're getting on average like literally like minimum 6 sales a day. Highest is about 9, right? It's anywhere between 6 to 9 a day that we're getting, and that just shows that people like the product. Like if we're getting consistent, so every day for the last 2-3 weeks, we've been hitting those numbers. Like we've really been like edging, like we've been edging 1k days. Like our highest, we've been hitting like $700 to $800 days in revenue consistently. So it's a good sign that the product is not a piece of shit. There's consistency there, people are liking it. So what does that tell me? What does that tell us, guys? That just tells us that our ads need to be better. So yeah, it is literally a case of us just needing to make better ads, which is like the final piece of the puzzle at the end of the day, right? Because our Q2, so we started this in Q2. So our Q2 vision, and I'll put a screenshot here of what it is. It was to have the infrastructure, the creative system fully dialed in to be able to push 20 fresh new concepts a week, meaning like 20 fresh new ads a week, right? We have that in place because that's like the most important thing. Like infrastructure is the most important thing. From what we've seen from being in the industry and having friends and stuff like that, people scale really fast, but they scale faster than they internally grow, meaning that they can't keep up with their scale. They don't have the infrastructure in place. So it means they were really working on having a solid team, having like our SOPs in place, having the infrastructure for the creators in place. And so that was number one. Like we needed that, right, for Q2 Vision. And then the second thing for the end of Q2, our goal is to be able to have a hero product dialed in that's going to take us to 100K per month. Now we have the hero product dialed in, we have the creative system in place. The final thing that's missing to hit our Q2 goal is that 100K per month. And guess what? All we need is a fucking one winning ad can take us there. One winning ad, one winning funnel can take people to a million fucking a month. I don't think that's what you guys are not really comprehending. So that's why I'm excited, because it's like, okay, yes, we're in net negative right now, I guess, across the board. But we're getting fucking consistent sales. We have a team in place. We have the infrastructure in place. That is it. So all we got to do is lock in, get in the trenches, revise. Keep getting the data, tracking the data, extrapolating the data, and then we're gonna figure it out. Do you know what I mean? Like that, it could take us a month, might take us into Q3, but it's just, that's exciting for me, right? That's exciting for me that every single piece of the puzzle is sort of aligning right now, and there's one piece missing. At the end of the day, it was never gonna come super easy. So, and things are going well. Things are going at a good fucking pace, and that kind of moves me on to like the second topic, which is like why we decided to go this route. Because originally when I started this channel, like when we wanted to make a brand, we wanted to do it organically, like meaning that we wanted to build our own personal profiles, and just, like ads wasn't even really in our mind. Like we just thought, I don't know. We just, I just had this sort of like, oh, nobody really builds a brand of ads and which is completely untrue. And so this is sort of what I'm demonstrating. The power ads versus organic, because organic can really only take you so far, and also you have no fucking edge. It's like you really have to, like at the end of the day, you can't really control. There's not many things you control when you're trying to do things organic. Like you're just kind of hoping and praying that your content is good enough and something will go viral, right? And it's like, yeah, technically we're doing that with ads as well, but it's like you're pushing it to more people, and it's like, bro, we don't even have like our Instagram literally has like a few followers on there. Like I'm probably like just hit 10 or something like that. Like the ads is the only way that you can create something from nothing. And when I mean something, I mean fucking something, right? Like you can end up being one of the biggest businesses in the world and nobody can fucking know your name, right? That's the power of ads. The problem with my mindset back then is like, I just thought, I wouldn't want to scale with ads because it's just like, it's not really authentic. It's not really I don't know. There's just a bunch of cons in my mind. Like it just has a negative connotation in my mind from what I've seen in the industry I worked in, right? However, it's like after doing the research, like some of the biggest brands, Manier Devoir clothing brand, Represent, another clothing brand, Icon by the O'Neill brothers. People know them now, right? But guess how they scale? They fucking scaled using Facebook ads, right? And it's just like, the thought when I did my research and when Zilla presented that to me, right, it kind of made the cogs turn in my mind. And what I started thinking about is what's more important, right? How I come up or the fact I come up? For me, it's like the desire to actually have an 8-figure business, to actually have something that's mine. That's more important to me than how the fuck I get there. Obviously, we're not trying to like ruin our integrity and do some crazy shit for it, but meaning that if that means that I have to initially scale ads to become a somebody in this space, right? And then at that point, when you have all your systems in place, you have motion, you're doing monthly recurring revenue, a decent amount, you always can rebrand, and then you can become that organic figure that you always hope to, right? At the end of the day, the way I thought about it, and I don't mean to offend anyone, but I don't, if you're not willing to like invest and put everything into your business and do whatever it takes, even if you don't want to do it, right, because you don't like the way you'll be perceived, etc., to be able to get to where you want to be, you don't want it bad enough. Because at the end of the day, it's like, first fucking worry about having some motion, because when you have motion, you can always rebrand, you can always do whatever you want. But if you're just gonna sit there and like, it's like my first episode where I start talking about direction, obviously, where you sit there worrying about the direction and worrying about how you're gonna get there and worrying about this and that and the third, you're not gonna make any fucking progress. At the end of the day, my best advice for you, and hopefully I can show you through my results later down the line, is just do whatever the fuck it takes. Even if it's doing some shit that you don't want to do, right? Even if it's marketing in a way that you don't really want to market. Don't fucking try and reinvent the wheel at the start. Just follow what works, and you can always reinvent the wheel later. That's my belief right now. Obviously it's a start. But I feel like throughout this journey, you're going to be able to see what I mean when we take this shit to the next level and then be able to just turn this into whatever we want to do, right? Because right now we're in the trenches. Right now we're just doing what we have to do, if that makes sense. So I guess that is the pros and cons versus like organic versus ads, right? And Zillow, he ad pilled me, right? So that's why, and I'm enjoying it because, bro, if we did this shit organic, I don't even know where the fuck we'd be. We probably wouldn't even making no money, bro. At the end of the day, if we don't make money, it really don't make sense. Like, that's just the way it is. Like, so yeah, that's pretty much all for today's episode. Just a quick update again. Still in Colombia, still trying to Chad scale. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If there's anything that you would like me to just dive into a bit more, in terms of just the business, any specific sectors, drop a comment down below. And yeah, if not, boys and girls, I'll catch you in the next episode.